Alright, so I got another car for a custom tune. Like I said, we're having custom tune each car every day pretty much. It's freezing out here. No, this car isn't from Copart. Somebody apparently hit him, so he came in like this. And doing the custom tune. This has like 99,000 miles on it, so I don't know. Hopefully the maintenance is good. Yeah. What's up? You did you see that? And been doing some pulls and found something very weird. We got this as a used car, and all the vacuum lines are like wrong. The car was actually kind of acting up with the boost curve. Whoever tuned before, he just had some weird tune in there that was just advanced timing and some weird boost curve. So it's all fixed up, making another like 40-50 torque on top of whatever the tune he had, and it's actually making a lot more torque. I also want to talk about some boost gauge when there is no vacuum. See how it's below 0? So that also means it's gonna read below like a 1-2 psi than what it is if this everything else is accurate. So it's really hard to tell like what boost level you're running. It depends on the gauge as well. So it was way off from what we were seeing on our dyno. So anyway, let's keep going. Alright, so like I said, when I'm like custom tuning or doing something, I'm just gonna concentrate on that car. So I didn't get to really film much, just aside from those pulls you just saw. But this car, so this is actually type of cars that we see often. People actually just, trade it in or whatever, and they just do shitty jobs, just put stuff back together. So I think it was one of the cases where he had all the vacuum lines like hooked up the wrong way, which really didn't do much of a difference. But one, he had the wrong spark plugs that you buy from like AutoZone. They will have it and they'll fit like Autolite and or whatever, Bosch, whatever they have. But Autolites will have issues. They'll like misfire. That's the first thing I noticed as soon as I did the pull, and I asked him, and I was able to just swap out the plugs with the NGK 2309. They work every time. So the car went a lot smoother, no misfire and whatnot. I changed out the vacuum line for him, made a little bit more difference. But then mainly something was wrong with the boost line. So this is the boost line he had. Usually stock spikes, tapers down, but this one was like weird, and then it would actually go up and go up. So thus, notice that always the boost graph will be similar to the torque graph, and if the torque stays, the horsepower goes up. So the line was a little bit weird, so I'm like, what's going on with this? And I took it apart. Usually some of the competitors, they super glue the ECU, but it wasn't super glued. So I'm like, oh, so that's not that competitor we were talking about. And I pulled the data, and it was some weird ass data in there. Somebody just played with the timing a little bit, air fuel ratio, but other than that, everything else was stock. Didn't even up the boost, whatever. So we applied our tune on it, and it just jumped the torque like crazy. I don't blame you or some people that could only read the max horsepower and torque, because it's just gotta say here and there for the torque, and horsepower wise it won't be much, but if you actually see under the curve, it's a huge jump. So let's say the torque, it's like let's say over here is like 210, and over here is like 160. So that's already 50 torque jump in mid-range. And horsepower wise, let's say around here it was like 140, and it jumped to like 180. So that's like 45 horsepower gains. Definitely feel it on the dyno, and he felt the difference for sure. And he also saw he also told me that drivability, you know, smoothness and everything is so much better with the tune. So it was freezing. Right now, what you don't see is like it's snowing outside now. It's in like probably high 20s or low 30s. That's why I sound like crap, as always. I'm just kind of tired to work on my car now and all that, but I did paint the bash bar earlier today. It's just that it's like so cold that it doesn't really dry out so quickly. And I should have just kept this thing inside so it doesn't make so much of dust on top and also dries out quick. But yeah, it's wrinkled black. But you can't, usually when it dries out, it wrinkles, but it doesn't. So I don't know what's going on. And it made a mark here. Also, painted the engine bay. But this thing, I did a really thick coat. I kind of messed up. So I'm going to have to actually wait, kind of sand it down a little bit, and paint it again. So yeah, it's Thursday, but I just basically spent all my morning just getting rid of this, taking care of all the Maryland ECUs. These are all Maryland ECUs, and getting some orders out. And now I have a custom tune coming in. So got Jay's turbo, I think, tile whiskey 38. Really nice setup. There's Jay right there. Yeah, really well put together, clean car too. But outside it's snowing. I didn't expect this. It's like blowing like crazy. I was gonna say. Just with 15 pounds, 340 on 338 on the Mustang Dyno. Only 15 pounds. That's actually a good turbo. We're right on the money, baby. So this crank and the bearings will work. So plastic gauge the whole thing. I hurt myself a couple times. The ARP nut actually just kind of snapped off. So I just literally just hit myself here. After confirming the measurements and everything's been correct, I just actually just brought it out, kind of cleaned it up, and just sprayed light coat. Looks actually really good in the camera, but you know, up close, you know, you can see all the bubbles and stuff like that. I don't have time to like sand it all down or whatever, but it's better than like, it was actually worse than this right here. If anything leaks or whatever happens, it's gonna be so easy to see everything. Yeah, I sound worse today because it was freezing yesterday and today. I was actually getting better, but that's why I'm gonna go home early today. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go home, try to go to sleep a little early. So this is the car that got dropped off yesterday. So I'm not gonna have time to work on it today or tomorrow, which the customer is well informed of. Since I have to use the lift, and I want to just do everything in one shot. So somebody apparently installed this ISR 20G turbo kit, which I just got done, and I was like a little confused. Like, this car does look exactly the same. It's just the same color, and you know, it just happens to have pretty much similar parts in here. Jay is a good customer and friends of ours. I think he sent soju to Arab before and just really took care of us. He dropped off a lot of goodies for me to use, the front show, and he sent me a like whole package that he didn't need in the past. And that's gonna go on my car. Every time I look at it, I'll be like, oh, thanks. I'll be thankful. His stock turbo, O2 housing, injectors, everything. So I'm very thankful. Great to meet him again. And it was fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.